Hey y'all, I'm currently turning in the laptop to a job that I had for 11 years. Today is my official last day. And it's crazy to me because I think of all that God has done and what has happened in my life in the past 11 years. And there's something that I'm learning in this. It's scary to take this step. And I know the internet does a lot of digging at single income families because the world doesn't value families or children, but God's most important thing is the family, and that's why we are in the family of Christ. And so he is showing me and my husband the priority of this time with our children, and thankfully he opened the door for me to get another part-time job that's also going to be a ministry of its own. But I wanted to come on here and share something specifically that God's been sharing to me in this situation as I'm taking the step of faith, my husband and I. It's scary when you had a job for so long that was so dependable. And this is where God has reawakened my need and dependence on him. So my husband and I have been following the lead of the Lord, and thankfully we are in this position where I can take a pay cut and not work full time because we've been following his leading, getting debt free, doing our due diligence. But when we went to buy our latest house, I said something. Have you ever said something and you're like, I'm going to pay for that after I say it? And I told my husband, we were filling out the papers to get the loan for the house. And I was like, of course they're like, you have to have a job for 2 years. And my husband's had his job for less than that. And it was like, well, really, we got to look at your finances, blah, blah, blah. And I told my husband, I said, my job is the most dependable thing. And immediately when I said that, I felt convicted because it wasn't my job that was making a way for us to get a house and have the life that we live, but it was the favor of the Lord. It was God's mercies. He blessed me with this job. And now I'm in the position where literally this summer they came to me and they said, hey, we love you, we want to keep you, but we need you to travel. And with 3 little kids, I can't travel the state. And so they gave me 6 months, thankfully. They gave me until now to make the decision if I was going to travel. And it really just kind of helped me reevaluate with my husband, like, are we truly trusting God? And the world today, they tell feminists, they tell women, don't depend on a man, you need your own money, because they've never found a man they can depend upon. And this is not to negate, I know some families have to have 2 incomes. I'm not saying that, and I understand. But God was teaching me a lesson in this, and maybe you can find something in your life where you can be more God dependent on. I can be more God dependent on him and my finances, being Jehovah Jireh, my provider. And I'm so thankful God spoke this to me, and he gave me clarity, and he said, God dependence is the ultimate independence from this life. And that's how I'm wanting to live. And that's how he's showing me with this first step right here, no longer working a job of 11 years, is that when I'm truly dependent on God, it doesn't matter if I get fired. It doesn't matter if I get let go. It doesn't matter what someone's opinion is. It doesn't matter what they say about you. It doesn't matter what doors are shut, what opportunities are robbed. It is a God dependence, and I am totally free from anything in this world, because when I'm in line with him and dependent on him, I know he's got my back. I know he's working for me. So I just wanted to come on here and share you guys my testimony. It's so bittersweet. I'm letting go of this job, but I'm walking into very capable hands, serving God, knowing that he's working for me. Thankful that I have a godly husband that's reflecting the Father to be that provider. And of course, we're doing things in our family just to just take care of things and make sure that we're living a good, stewarded life. But I wanted to come and share that with you guys. Be God dependent, and that's what's going to make you independent in this life. Nothing can rob you of your purpose and your joy. And you don't have to live in stress and anxiety, because God, he's got you. He's not going to fail you. And so I just wanted to share that with you all today. I'm so grateful I'm learning that lesson, that my job was not the most dependable thing. God is. God bless.